Today we're working on Unit 5, Lesson 9, Remembering. We are reviewing adding and subtracting mixed numbers. We are also reviewing multiplication of decimals and division with decimals in both the divisor and the dividend. And before we get started, you can go ahead and put an X through stretch your thinking. We'll practice a couple in each section together to refresh your memory. Number 1, we have 1 and 1/2. And we are adding that to 5 and 5/6. And remember, when you're adding and subtracting fractions, and when you're adding and subtracting mixed numbers, you have to have a common denominator. You can see that our denominators in this problem are 2 and 6. And they are not a common denominator. But we know that 2 is a factor of 6 because 2 times 3 is equal to 6. So we can go ahead and multiply 2 times 3 to get to 6. Remember, anything we do to the denominator, we have to do to the numerator. So we have to multiply the top and the bottom by 3. We can go ahead and bring our whole number on over, and that's a 1. And 1 times 3 is equal to 3, and 2 times 3 is equal to 6. And now we're adding to that 5 and 5/6. And we can go ahead and just bring that over. We can add our numerators. 3 plus 5 is equal to 8, and our denominator stays the same, and it's 6. And we can add our whole numbers. 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. And we're left with 6 and 8/6. We can see that 8/6 is an improper fraction because the numerator is larger than the denominator. So we can ask ourselves, how many times can 6 go into 8 without going over? Well, it can go once. So we're going to add 1 to our whole number. 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. Now, 6 can go into 8 one time without going over, and we're left with a remainder of 2. So it's 7 and 2 over 6. Our denominator stays the same. This can also be reduced to 7 and 1/2. So our answer is going to be 7 and 1/2. Practice another one together. We'll do subtraction this time. We have number 3, 1 and 1/3, and we are subtracting from that 1/6. We do not have a common denominator. We have a 3 and a 6. And so we need to get a common denominator, but we know that 3 is a factor of 6, so we can multiply 3 times 2 to get it to be 6, and anything we do to the denominator, we have to do to the numerator. We're going to bring our whole number over, and then we're going to leave that 1 there, and then we're going to multiply straight across. The numerator, 1 times 2 is equal to 2, and 3 times 2 for the denominator is equal to 6. And now we have 1 and 2/6, and from that we're subtracting 1/6. And you can subtract the numerators. 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. Our denominator stays the same. It's a 6, and 1 minus nothing is 1. So our answer is going to be 1 and 1/6. We're going to go ahead and move down to finding the product. Remember, find the product means multiply, and here we're working with decimals, and we've been doing a lot of this practice. So number 7, we have 7 and 8/10, and we're multiplying that by 1 and 2/10. When we're multiplying with decimals, we ignore the decimal until after we've completed our multiplication. 2 times 8 is equal to 16. Put down your 6, carry your 1. 2 times 7 is equal to 14, plus 1 is equal to 15. Now I need to put down my placeholder. 1 times 8 is equal to 8. 1 times 7 is equal to 7. And now I need to add. 6 plus nothing is equal to 6. 8 plus 5 is equal to 13. Put down your 3, carry your 1. 7 plus 1 is equal to 6, plus 1 more is equal to 7, and so you have 736. Now you need to figure out where your decimal belongs. You need to go up into your original problem and count all of the numbers that follow the decimal. There's 1 and 2. So we start to the right of our number and we move 2 places to the left. 1, 2, and then we add in our decimal. So it's 7 and 36/100ths, or 7.36. In the bottom section, what we are doing is we are dividing, and we are dividing with a decimal in our divisor and in our dividend as well. And we're going to do number 13 together. In number 13, we have a divisor of 0.08, and we're dividing that into a dividend of 6.4. We need to make sure that we get rid of the decimal in our divisor, and so in order to do that, we have to shift the decimal 2 places, and now our divisor is 8. So if we shift the decimal 2 places in the divisor, we have to shift the decimal 2 places in the dividend. And the first thing I do every time is put my decimal on the line. You can bring it right up, and then you can add your 0 in. 8 cannot go into 6. 8 can go into 64, and 8 times 8 is equal to 64, and 64 minus 64 is equal to 0. Bring down your 0. 8 can go into 0, 0 times. Your answer here is 80. All right, kiddos, today I am not needing you to practice every single problem, so I would like you to go through and complete the rest of the odds. That means you're completing number 5, 9, 11, 15, and 17 on your own. When you have finished the odds, you may turn it in, so please take a picture of your work, attach it to your assignment, upload, and turn it in on Teams. Thank you.